Hello and welcome back to This or That with Kobe and Chat. We just finished the semifinals.
Those were some of the closest games just cumulatively across the whole semifinals, probably ever.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically gold even almost the whole time, so it comes down to who outplays, who wins the fight.
G2 had less gold in that series than SKT did, and they won 3-1.
Let's get into the slides while we have time here. Sponsored by jX00kzEyYTg. We're going to start it off with number one, filthier combo. Is it the jX00kzEyYTg that we've seen rise to prominence? Or maybe you've seen this more in solo queue, Malphite Orianna.
I mean, the Malphite Orianna is the classic, but I think the filthiest combo is definitely jX00kzEyYTg. I would argue that the jX00kzEyYTg is not even that hard. Like, you just land a Kai'Sa W and you get in there. Like, then you just hit everyone. Whereas this can be like, you can flash the shockwave, you can lose all the damage. Even if it misses, it's still an invulnerable Kai'Sa killing you.
Honestly, we've seen some answers to it. You know, Gragas and the ultimate knocking it back. There are lots of things that can still play there. Whereas this, you press Rs. I am going to go with the filthier combo being Kayle and Kai'Sa because I feel like
also press Rs here.
Filthier means there's more skill involved, more outplay potential. This one, like, maybe you Malphite, you flash closer to get your R. I think that one for sure.
Make sure to go to the Worlds Tracker at u.gg/TOT as we get to slide number 2 right here. So better G2 honor, tilt proof, or great shot calling?
I go great shot calling. I thought
that a third that we're not including here?
Yes.
The GG Heart? Yeah, who needs that one? Okay. I was just checking.
Of course, they always have fun. Have you seen their memes? Have you listened to the comms for them? That one is a given. I'm going great shot calling because there are so many moments in this game. You're talking about how close it is, how much gold parity there was in all of these series. The objective trading, sometimes they got actually behind on tempo and they were able to make these plays and make these calls that got them back into a favorable position. Because even though the gold is close, the team comps were very different.
I disagree. I'm going to compliment them in a different way. So I think the great shot calling was matched by SKT in a lot of ways. That's why the game was close, and that's why they had to win the game through team fighting largely. They were outplaying SKT in team fights, and since I think SKT definitely effort tilted, G2 was tilt proof. That's why they win. They're down 4 Drakes to SKT.
They get tilt proof for effort tilting?
Because they were tilt proof, yeah. They were down in almost every game they won.
G2 are the team we're honoring, not SKT.
Yeah, so G2 is tilt proof.
Okay.
You don't tilt proof someone for tilting, it's the opposite.
We are not going to find consensus on this slide. Next one.
Right, they're tilt proof.
Feels worse. Losing with 2 Barons or doing 7 damage with Kayle. So this one for sure feels worse to me because that's pinpointed on a single player.
It's true. I mean, both are feeling pretty bad. The Shy felt like he had the game in his hands. He had a 20-stack Medjai's, level 16 Kayle, and just died like 7 times. SKT, how many Barons did they get in that series? 5, I think? G2 got 1.
Yeah.
So, man, this is a tough one. The Shy, though.
Yeah, I
felt like I was more sure we were going to a game 5 in that series than I was sure we were going to a game 5 in this one, because even though they were getting Barons, like, it was something else about their coordination and G2's coordination that was stopping them from winning.
Exactly. So the Barons came at a cost. This one felt like just so much laser focused on him. All right, next slide.
You can only do 7 damage if some of it's used into a shield. Like, I tried to think of it.
The 7 damage is just a meme part to bring that up, but
I know.
7 damage is the fight where he and Jackie Love just chase into the fog of war.
Yeah. But like 7? Like,
and completely throw the game.
Auto does more than that. Okay, anyway. What does peak League of Legends look like? FPX versus IG or SKT versus G2?
I like this one.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people were flaming this FPX IG series, and definitely admit, super high kills, chaos later in the game, but there were also moments in that game that were really well set up and well thought out.
Yep.
Most of them on the side of FPX.
Yep. Now that you've talked about the other slide, tell me why it's that.
Exactly. I'm still choosing this one. You already do.
Because the macro and the way G2 was making moves and the way SKT was responding to it, and then how they eventually found something that neither team was willing to give up, and that's when they clashed. It's beautiful. G2.
All right, we mind melded on this one. I still don't think G2 were in a position to tilt, though. That one.
They were tilt proof.
You gotta get down. You have to be down some significant amount to tilt.
They were down in a series in Worlds against SKT. You never lost a World Series before. Okay,
let's go to the next slide, and I hope it's just that slide again.
Yeah.
Can you ban out Dornby?
Ooh.
I say no, because the sheer amount of champions that he has used successfully far outweigh the number of bans.
You want to name 6 of them?
Okay, go ahead.
No, sorry, I don't know. I don't think so either, because even if you ban out the stuff that you've seen him play, he might have something that you haven't seen him play, like the Predator Rumble that he literally pulled out in the semifinals.
But I really like this slide because it brings up an interesting point that he does not play some key champions that everybody else does.
Yeah.
You're not going to see him on Orianna. Guarantee that.
He's not going to play Syndra, likely.
I say guarantee on mine. Jat will give you a 90% guarantee.
I mean, I've tried a few like really hard and fast predictions this Worlds, and I'm not quite hitting them 100%, so I'll say probably.
Okay. Next slide. Worth more draft bucks.
Draft bucks.
Apparently, you guys were talking about draft bucks on the analyst test. We weren't listening to you. We were talking to each other and analyzing, so I have no idea what this means.
Okay, basically, I thought the draft in the SKT G2 series is like, there's so many contested champions. Whatever you decide your game to be about, you're spending your draft bucks on that. So like if you first pick Renekton, boom, that's a lot of draft bucks. You counter it with Xayah, that's a lot of draft bucks on that side.
How do I earn more draft bucks?
We printed some draft bucks, actually. We were gonna use them, but the stages were too big and it would feel a little bit weird. I'm gonna tweet out a picture. It looks more like Jat bucks than draft bucks, but I'm still happy about it. Yeah.
Because it has your big ass face on it?
Anyway, yeah, it's like boom, right in the center of the money. It's weird. But I'm going to say that is worth more draft bucks because I think Renekton has proved to have a few more answers than Ryze.
Now that you've set it up and explained the entire concept, my answer will be very quick, and it is, I agree, it's the Ryze.
It's like, which champ is better?
I like the explanation, though. That was the big part. Next slide. Let's go.
It needed to be explained.
I still want to see this giant Jat face on Bucks.
I'll show you.
More surprising, Faker playing poorly. Man, the pressure just seems so intense watching that series. Or SKT communication.
Wow. So SKT was definitely out of sorts. We don't necessarily know why, but we did get to see Faker play poorly.
So I would say, coming into it, I expected a higher performance from Faker from the quarterfinals. But this one's not as surprising to me because when you're thinking about G2, they put so much pressure and they force a lot of decisions in the game. Forcing decision points by playing aggressively in their lanes, looking for tower dives, moving for objective trades. That way they force a lot more decisions. They force you to communicate much more, and so this one's less surprising.
Yeah, it's Faker playing poorly. It's this.
You're like, it's good explanation.
Well, I was thinking about both of them, and it's just, I've never seen Faker in a best of 5 ever play this poorly.
Yeah, exactly.
And a lot of it has to do with the environment. It was just so unexpected to me.
All right, next slide.
Is this the last one?
Who will win Worlds? I had a feeling this was coming.
I got my answer. I'll let you go first.
I'm going to go first.
Okay, I got my answer.
I'm coming off of this series. I have to say G2.
Okay.
I think that their quarterfinals was an acceptable performance, and I was not willing to give them that continuation through to semifinals. But with the semifinals performance as well, I think they're just coming into it looking cleaner, even though I feel impressed by FBX than a lot of other people were by their series versus IG.
I don't think that this is a certainty who was going to win. I came into Worlds, first this or that before Worlds, and I was like, get in there, Korea. They're back. I'm willing to jump off the Korea hype train. I feel like it's probably time to switch.
Your train has already gone back to Korea, so you should probably get off if you want to be at Worlds still.
To be the best, you got to beat the best. G2, I think, has had such a hard road through quarterfinals. I mean, think about what they've done. Dom1 and SKT, back-to-back 3-1s. Amazing run by them. I have to go with G2.
Yeah. Before, my only tweet after the semifinals that we just watched is that I'm not 100% sure if EU is now better than Korea as a region overall, but G2 certainly is.
G2 is definitely better than Korea. Yep.
They beat SKT twice and Damwon in best of fives. Now, the question, can they make the final step?
Is it the LPL winning?
Grand Slam.
Is it LPL winning 2 LPL titles in a row, right? 2018 MSI, 2018 Worlds, 2019 Worlds would be a pretty good resume. Or is it G2 winning the Grand Slam for the year?
All right.
That's what it's about.
We both said that.
We did. No going back now.
See if we regret it.
I mean, I have basically missed every prediction, so you probably shouldn't be happy about this. I've said 3-1 in every series, but I just can't get the team right.
I predicted NA a lot. That
Really unlucky.
That didn't work out for me.